Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're off of Market Street here in wonderful Wilmington, North Carolina for tonight's crosstown rival ball game between the Ashley Screaming Eagles and the New Hanover Wildcats. I'm Don Osterbo, now joined by Webb Guthrie. How you doing, Webb?
Hey, Don, glad to be here. Good to be in legendary Brogdon Hall for a nice basketball game. This will be the first one I'm seeing this year, Don, so good to see some high school action local.
That's you and me, but this is the second one I've seen because the one that just played was the first. And starting lineups being announced now. First player announced, number 3, sophomore leading scorer, Mikhail Pocknet for the Screaming Eagles, coming in at 18.6 a game. And he's joined by number 14, Kalani Harris, number 20, Jalen Conway, and number 44, Coleman Lomandola. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 32, Brian Byers. And the Screaming Eagles come in at 6-3, 2-2 in the conference, and playing pretty good basketball.
Yeah, Don, I think for Ashley it's just tempo. They got to come in here and get this game in a style they want. You know, of course, Hanover across there wants to run. They want to get it up tempo. I think Ashley's really got to control that pace early and build some confidence and shoot at a high percentage. You just said Kalani Harris. I think he's got to have a big game for them. He's their third leading scorer, but I think he's going to need to have a bigger game than 3 or 4 points tonight. Look for a big game from him.
And he's a superior athlete.
Yeah, pretty good soccer player.
Yes, and Wildcats being announced. Number 3, senior, Jaheim the Court Marshall. And joined by number 4, Star News Player of the Year in football, Makai Stanley. I can't believe I just blew his name. Called him Mikhail, but concentrating on saying Mikhail Pocknet correct the whole night and called Makai. He's going to kill me for that. I've known him since he was a 6th grader. And if you can't tell, Makai looks like a grown man.
Yeah, I think for Hanover, for me, it'll just be interesting to see their growth. I thought last year they were a pretty young basketball team. They've got Makai transferring back over from Ashley, actually, as a senior. They got Jaheim on the floor as a senior. They got Demarion Barnett back. It'll just be interesting to see their growth, how much they have matured in a year.
Yeah, Demarion, number 11, along with number 10, Malik Myers, and then number 34, Abraham Driver, the sophomore. Yeah, Hanover only has 3 seniors, Makai, Jaheim. And make that 2. And they're going to play the orange wave style of basketball. You're going to see Coach go play 10 definitely, if not 12.
That's what this team now, you know, he has more depth, Coach Angel does, than he's had in a few years. This team can actually go 10, 12 deep, which really allows them to get in that up-tempo pace. They just bring bodies at you.
Lomandola to scraps, and there's the alternate possession tie-up. Screaming Eagle basketball. Wildcats come immediately in the press. You know, and one thing the Screaming Eagles have really, I mean, this Pocknet kid, averaging 18, had 25 the other night.
Yeah, they got to have a big game out of their star to stay in this early. He's got to have a big game, but really I think he's got to have a supporting cast tonight. You know, that's why I said Kalani Harris will be big. How big of a game can he have? He's going to have some help on the floor tonight.
D. Barnett. Uncle Steve looking in the stands. Nice look, JoJo out of bounds.
You know, Don, you just talked about body on Stanley. The Pocknet kid for Ashley for a sophomore. He's got a pretty good frame, too, for a sophomore kid.
Yeah, it certainly does. Be interesting to see those two covering each other.
Good young turnover there. Again, really important in the half court here for Ashley. They got to really execute in the half court, get the shot they want, be patient.
And Hanover's going to play that pressure defense and not have to worry about fouls.
I got the turnover back, got to finish.
And Marshall called for the foul. Kalani Harris to go to the line. Kalani shooting 72 from the charity stripe.
Got a good break. They needed early there. I think those possessions are key. Once they break the pressure, how well can they play in the half court. They've really got to control turnovers and handle the ball tonight.
Yeah, because Hanover's going to play all over the place, no matter who they put on the court.
They're going to press 90 feet to the floor all night long.
Lonnie Harris, 0 for 1, 0 for 2, rebound, Pocknet. A lot of contact, good finish by Pocknet. Malik Myers drives baseline.
Here comes that pressure. Get it off that corner, keep it in the middle. There you go, get it.
Amendola drives to Byers. Byers with a nice reverse. So this is Coach Gulledge's third year, correct?
This is his third year, correct. Yeah. That's not a bad look there for Ashley. That three-quarter pressure is really just trying to keep this game slowed down, and that's what they want to do.
That was Abraham Driver last time down. Harris harassed by Marshall. Tough catch by Amendola. Up top to Pocknet. Pocknet trying to create his own shot. Nice finish. Three-quarter court trap. Broken easily. Malik Myers for 3. Buckets.
Really like his game. He'll be fun to watch tonight. I thought last year as a freshman, he really was kind of the engine in the heart of this team. Yes. Interesting to see his growth, how much he's matured in a year tonight.
The 5'7", diminutive player, second smallest guy on the court. Looks like Lamendola's got Amendola a couple inches. That's Conway knocking home, but he's a powerful player too.
Yeah.
He is super lightning quick, but he's also very strong.
And what I loved about him, he doesn't shy away from a challenge. He always wants to guard the other team's best player. He's kind of the heart of this team. Good finish there, good pass.
Nice job by Driver on the touch pass to Stanley. Just token pressure.
Good job keeping the ball in the middle. Here we are in the half court. Let's see what they can do here.
Myers tried to get the rip. Harris, little bump on the contact. Byers, left hand skyhook finish, doesn't go, goes Wildcat basketball. And coming in for the Screaming Eagles, number 22. That would be Khalil Jones, who's their second leading scorer, averaging 13.5 a game. Marshall looking to penetrate. Stanley for 3. Good rebound by Malik Myers.
Good follow.
I mean, Malik Myers made that run for the rebound while the ball was still in the air.
Yeah, and he saw when he shot it, it was off. Stanley just really didn't have his balance under that shot.
Looking for Driver down low. Marshall, Stanley.
Good shot. Much better balance right there. Got his feet set under him. Good balance. Good shot.
A lot more square. I told Makai I wanted to dunk tonight, though.
That shot, a lot of young players I work with, they're always trying to correct their shot, and they don't realize their balance, their feet is all their shot. He did a good job of just getting himself set right there.
It's really cool to watch. I've known number 3 and number 4 of Hanover since they were 6th graders.
Oh, I've had 3 at Hanover since he was a 4th grader in my summer camps, Don.
Nice. And,
a couple of these kids on the court have been in our summer camps throughout the years.
It's nice just to see them. Now here they are seniors, and both of them very successful.
Yeah.
Coming off a successful football season, and looking to do a success here on the basketball court.
I love seeing multi-sport athletes. You know, guys think they got to specialize too early. I like guys playing all the sports, helping their high school teams compete.
Jones up the court. Hanover subs number 2, Yuri Marshall. Another player who had some big contributions last year as a freshman. And this team, Hanover team, was 15-11, 9-5 last year.
Bad communication on that flex screen right there. Hanover just watched him go by. No one communicated. Got to talk through screens, guys.
And Ashley was 8-17 and 7-7.
Somebody's got to find Stanley. Leading scorer on the court. He's wide open for 2 shots back to back.
Mackay. With 8 for the Wildcats.
I know Coach Gullidge well. I'm not sure the leading scorer on the floor wide open for a shot is the game plan.
And he's had wide open shots. Only the one shot, the one he missed was the only one they really had was defend it.
He's got 5 seconds to shoot the ball all day.
Dump in the driver.
Good luck, good luck. Baskets get him in this full court pressure. That's what they want. Been pretty light so far, though. Ashley's doing a good job keeping it in the middle and handling it.
Leo Jones.
Right there, Don, what that pressure does, Ashley pushes and it just gets them out of any offensive rhythm. You know, and Hanover will take that shot all day from them.
Yeah, and he had numbers too, but he didn't use them, and that pressure messed up the D. And then Hanover comes out with the unforced error as well.
And I think that's what Coach Gullidge is going to say here. You know, when you break that, you either have a break 3-on-2, 2-on-1, or you pull it out, run your offense, and get the shot you want out of it. You know, Hanover wants that. They want to push the tempo, have them shooting quick shots, leads to them running.
Yeah, and that falls into Hanover's game.
And you look at it, you've got Ashley's 2 leading scorers haven't taken a shot in the last 4 or 5 possessions. And they have them who they want shooting the ball, shooting it.
Wildcats come out of the timeout with some substitutions. James Jones, number 24, a freshman, joined by Yuri Marshall.
Hanover are up 19-11. This will be a critical minute 44 just to finish out this quarter.
And Quentin Waddell, number 14, as well as number 21, Gerard Vaughn, another freshman. And the Wildcats the Eagles counter with Maury Brown, number 42, along with Jones, Pocknet, Harris, and Conway. Custodial duties to take place on the court.
Love seeing the coach get out there and sweep the floor up. Shout out to Jawan Howard at Michigan. He got some press from that this year earlier.
Fab Five.
I don't think any kid on this court would even know what that is, Don.
You got that right.
Again, got a turnover. Ashley's got to handle those half-court possessions.
Stanley can't finish. Good job of not fouling by Pocknet. Maury Brown gets it over to Kalani Harris. They reset.
Need a possession they won't here. One of their higher scorers. They got Jones and Pocknet on the floor. Let's see if they can execute and get it through one of them. There it is.
Pocknet inside, gets contact.
Good.
Jones with the rebound and the putback.
Get back into a little rhythm now. You got Jones, had a basket, settle down. Let's see what we got here.
Marshall gets a pick. Pocknet with some big block. He wants the ball back too.
Good swing, good ball reversal.
And Maury Brown. Under 20. Kick. Marshall. Buckets. Seven.
All right, get it off the sideline.
And at the buzzer, Khalil Jones is good. Wildcats have a 22-17 lead going into the second quarter. We're going to be right back. Thanks to sponsors, and be back with the second quarter. Tonight's broadcast made possible with the support of Papa John's Pizza. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, such a weirdo, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
And we're back. Abraham Driver with 4. Malik Myers with 7. Leading scorer for Wildcats, Kai Stanley with 8. On the other end, looks like Khalil Jones leads the Screaming Eagles with 6. And I have Mikhail Pocknet with 4, Conway with 3, Khalil Jones with 6, Byers with 2, and Maury Brown with 3.
Yeah,
Nobody in no trouble, foul trouble at all.
No, I think if I'm Ashley this quarter, I want my offense going through Pocknet and Jones, getting good possessions. On the defensive end, I want to take Stanley not on the court right now, but I want Hanover running offense not through Stanley.
Buckets for Quintel Waddell. Can't pick up your dribble right there. Waddell, Jones, Myers, Barnett, and Driver for the Wildcats. Harris, Conway, Pocknet, Jones, and Brown for the Screaming Eagles. 7-25, 25-17. Good collapsing D. Barnett controls up top. Breaks down Brown. Nice finish.
Good move. Good job being patient there by Hanover. You know, there's no shot clock in high school basketball, so if it doesn't work and they're not pressing, you reset.
Did you happen to be in the gym when Shania Rivers put that spin move on and then finished?
I came in about 4 minutes in the fourth quarter left. I don't think I saw that, Don.
Nah.
I was talking to the trainer when I walked in. I heard she dunked in practice yesterday.
I bet she did.
Legit dribbled, two-step dunk.
You know, all I could think of when that was said it was Lamar Jackson.
Well, if I was still coaching, I would have suited her up tonight somehow, Don.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm sure Wells has thought about it.
Barnett well defended by the Screaming Eagles. Shot was short. Brown on the other end gets the out-of-control runner. Maury Brown now with 5. The hanger. Harris. Lots of defense going on there. Quentin Waddell was on one side of the court and the other side of the court trying to create steals.
Short, flat.
Screaming Eagles possess. Inbounding is Kalani Harris. Back cut, left open. And Khalil Jones with his 8th point. Splash once again. Quentin Waddell with 6 now. 2 threes.
You know, Ashley's doing a good job of stopping penetration. To me, that was clearly the game plan. The problem is they're playing so far off. They're giving up open threes. Problem is Hanover's making a lot of them at a high percentage right now.
And they are. And that's, you know, I think that's one of the things you got to look at. It's not like they're, hey, my name's James. James Jones. I mean, he was determined. He was rising, too, with that flush and finish.
Got up with ease. You know, just ease.
And that's a freshman.
Is it freshman?
Freshman, James Jones, coming in averaging 6.5 a game.
You know, I go back to game plan. Ashley's clearly done a good job of keeping them out of the middle, stopping penetration, which you want to do. The problem is they're playing 3 feet off, living with those threes. Well, Hanover's shooting such a high percentage right now. At some point, you got to adjust that.
Yeah, Hanover's a tough team to beat when they're shooting the ball well.
Shooting the ball well and playing in their tempo. Right now, this game is the style they love to play.
Well, they shoot 40% from the field. And my real quick rough math. Excuse me, I didn't have to do it. Max Preps did it for me. They only shoot 28% from behind the arc. Tonight,
a little bit higher tonight.
We're looking like 45 to 50%.
Yeah.
And Hanover comes out with Jones, Myers, Barnett, Driver, and Waddell, Harris, Pocknet, Jones, Robbie Helmus, and Maury Brown for the Screaming Eagles. Helmus for 3, in and out, rebound blocked. Barnett, floater not good from Malik Myers.
Just play through it. Good job.
Pocknet leaves it for Khalil Jones. Khalil Jones with 10.
Good help there by Khalil Jones defensively.
Waddell with his 3rd straight trifecta.
Critical time right here. Hanover up 35-23, 4:20 left.
Ball stays with Screaming Eagles. Yuri Marshall returns. Yeah, Waddell really coming in 5.5 points and shooting 27% from the 3-point arc. He's 100% tonight and has 9. And a push. Pushes on Quentin Waddell. A little substitution error. Byron Byers returns. Brown drives, tough pass to handle. Byers no good, clipped alive by Khalil Jones. Khalil Jones can't get to go. Mackay rips the rebound. Finds D. Barnett.
Good job there by Stanley. I like him keeping his head up and seeing that, having that vision.
Barnett, backside rebound. Hanover comes running the other way. You know what was coming right there.
He was trying to get another one.
That's called defense, boys.
Ashley's got to turn and run and get back.
He's got Stanley, ball fakes. Kai with a little runner. He's good. Kai's got 10. You know, Mackay in middle school, when I did the PA for when he was there, he was Mackay, my mama's got more game than me, Stanley.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
You know,
his Tanya Stanley was a UNCW player, and I used to give it to Mackay a little bit.
You know, you're talking about his body beginning of the game. I almost had a flashback to a guy named you're going to know, Trayvon Brown. He almost has a similar body. Now, the thing is, that last move, Trayvon Brown would have Euro stepped and dunked that ball.
Exactly.
Both pretty good football players, too.
Certainly were. I keep hoping Trayvon can keep giving his shot.
Shout out to Trayvon Brown. I'm a graduate of ECU. He had a great career with my ECU Pirates.
And Pocknet gets the foul from D. Barnett. Actually, the foul's going on James Jones. That's the 5th Wildcat foul.
Good story, Don. I was up in Raleigh that year, 012. Hanover won that championship. Trayvon Brown was on that team. Wore a brand new pair of Nikes that game, took them off in Raleigh and carried them around all night celebrating. Had a lot of talent on that 012 team.
Certainly was. A lot of talent on the 07 team, too.
We always said it'd be fun to see those two teams in a scrimmage one day.
I think the 07 team's got them.
The 07 team was tougher. You know, most of the kids on the team went D1 or D2 in some sport.
Exactly.
Most of them in football.
Yeah.
I will say that 12 had Kadeem Allen, and he was special, so he'd make it interesting.
And Mackay with 12. Nice unselfish play. Sophomore, number 20, Jeremy Aldrich in. His brother Josh, former Wildcat, now playing at USC Upstate. And foul was on Yuri Marshall. Screaming Eagles entering the ball game. Justin Thomason, number 30, as well as number 34, Blake Lewis. Foul was on number 30, Tyquan Williams. 16 foul for the Wildcats. And number 30 is going to pick up second foul real quick. Taekwon Williams should be shooting. And Maury Brown goes to the line. Now in the bonus of the Screaming Eagles. Gerard Vaughn, or Maury Brown, not Gerard. Maury having a decent ball game, put 6 points together. Missed the second.
Hanover should just be patient here. Minute 19 left. You got a big lead. Take all the time and get a good look. That's not what they wanted.
Turnover. Number 12, Darion Williams.
Those kind of turnovers drive you crazy as a coach, Don. Up 15, a minute 12 left. In the half court, got all the time you want, you throw it out of bounds, you know?
Yeah, just protect the basketball. Skip pass. Thomason drives. To Lewis. Lewis a little out of control. Byers connects for three. Under 40 seconds to go. Aldrich. Williams gets his own rebound, good follow. And number 12, Darion Williams is fouled. And Maury Brown gets the foul call. That's his first, team's first. Team's first foul with after 15 and a half minutes of basketball. Screaming Eagles and try to cut this lead to 10. Lewis. Pocknet. Goes out in left field. And look for Hanover to get a heave here with 8 to go. The senior, Makai Stanley, won't have any problem taking it. He hangs.
Got what he wanted.
And finishes. Yeah. And Makai Stanley puts a seal on a 41-27 lead with his 14th point. And the Wildcats go into the half with a substantial lead. We'll be back for the third quarter after these halftime breaks.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Come on! Go, Diane! Catch
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Welcome back to Brockton Hall, Kenny Gaddison Court. Wildcats lead 41-27. Behind 14 points from senior Makai Stanley. 9 points from junior Quentin Waddell. And 7 from Malik Myers. And Abraham Drivers chipped in 4. Yuri Marshall hit a big 3. D. Barnett's got a nice finger roll for 2. And James Jones with the flush for 2. And on the Screaming Eagle end, they're led by number 22, Khalil Jones with 10. 2 players with the 5 apiece, Brian Byers and Maury Brown. Jaden Conway hit an early 3, and Mikal Pocknet really hasn't gotten off tonight. He's got 4.
Yeah, Jones really having a pretty good half from them, Don. I thought Ashley caught a really good break in the last 4 minutes. I talked about seeing the growth of this Hanover team. You know, they were up 15-17, really could have stretched it above 20. Here we are, a 14-point game. Advantage Ashley. They caught a break there at the end of the last 4 minutes.
And Jaheim can't catch a break. He does quickly picks up his 3rd foul.
And that's where I know Coach Angel would tell you still has a lot of his youth. They had the talent to really put games away right there. Instead, they let them kind of hang around. Good flex cut.
But Lamendola's kind of lost down amongst the trees when
not
he's down
sure
there.
about the dribble he took, but good flex cut to get open.
Marshall to Myers. Myers just inside the arc, knocks it home.
Interesting to see how well Ashley changes up here, how will they guard that 3.
Yeah, Malik Myers on a hot shooting night. And they quickly get another turnover. Driver. Myers keeps it alive, but then he knocks it out of bounds. Triggering the inbound again. Barnett right to Driver. No basket back on the floor. Byers commits the foul, his first, team's first. Driver up top, tries to take Byers through the hole. Stanley into Driver. Driver gets caught up in the air. Conway for 3. Front iron out of bounds. Maury Brown, number 42, returns. Hanover's definitely one team that's going to be really tough to press with the ball handlers that they have on the court.
Yeah, you're not going to press them a lot. You know, and I talk about Ashley handling half-court possessions. One thing that sticks out is this Ashley team really doesn't have a point guard. You know, they've got Harris kind of handling that role, but he's really out of position in it. And I think that hurts them a lot in this game.
He's more of a wing, and found the 3-point shooter is Abraham Driver.
Last time I came in here to play Hanover with an Ashley team, I put 2 point guards on the floor all night long.
Who were those 2 point guards?
Oh, they were, golly, you made me going back. That was, trying to think of names here, Don. Give me 1 second. I'll come up with my whole roster for you.
That's all right, man. I know how it is. A lot of seasons meld together.
Datrion Day, obviously he was the point guard. And
off those shots for Byers. I'm trying to.
Altavon Mack.
Oh, Altavon Mack.
Got to text those guys now. Bad shout out. I couldn't come up with both those names. I put Altavon and Dacia on the floor all night long, and it paid off.
Two Myrtle Grove boys.
Two Myrtle Grove boys. Had a good game that night, both of them. Really just established our tempo. We played their style all night long and played it better.
We got a wet spot. I thought maybe they would get some cleanup on that one. Pocknet shooting the free throws. Pocknet shoots only 43% from the stripe.
Both those kids doing really well too now, Don. Altavon Mack just enlisted in the Army. He's doing well. Datrion's in school, got a lot of credits knocked out, working hard.
I have seen Butler one time. He picking up his sibling at Myrtle Grove, and then I've seen Altavon once at a basketball game.
I think Altavon's out in Texas somewhere now, enlisted in the Army.
And Malik Myers is fouled. Give that foul to Khalil Jones. No, actually, no, it's going to be Amari Brown. That's his second. Only the second team foul. And Malik Myers on the season, 50% from the free throw line. Myers is money. Hanover presses, 2-2-1. Here comes the trap. He drug the pivot foot.
Good luck, finish that. Good job there by Ashley.
Khalil Jones, first points in the second half.
Really good job by Harris, stepping through that pressure, keeping his head up, seeing who's open.
Pocknet fouls Makai Stanley. It's Pocknet's first, team's third. Makai on the season shoots a paltry 17% from the free throw line.
17%. Is that right? See what he does right here. Can only go up.
That's right.
There you go.
Roll.
There you go. He puts this one in. We're going to have an 8-0 run to start the half by Hanover, and Ashley's really going to be in jeopardy of staying in this game. We really need something good to happen here.
Substitutions, James Jones, Quentin Waddell. Khalil Jones again. He's got 14. Waddell with the runner. Harris comes the other way. That's Pocknet. Pocknet quiet, foul by James Jones. It's his second. Third team foul. Pocknet, 43% from the free throw line. Pocknet with just 5 points right now. Short on the rim. Liddell the other way. Amari Brown steps into the passing lane.
Good rebound there by Jones.
Top net.
Good outlet there for a freshman. That Jones has got that 24 has got a nice body for a freshman. Good job grabbing a rebound, instantly looking up court.
Yeah, he's talented. Him and the other freshman, Vaughn, both of them are players.
Yeah, he's got a good maturity for a freshman kid. I like that.
Harris picks up his first foul, 14 foul. Shooting 2 will be Malik Myers. Myers first to first. It's good for the second. Malik Myers, 11 points. Wildcats back up to an 18-point lead.
Ashley just kind of staying in that little flex action, trying to get that cut underneath for a layup. It's really all they've been going in offensively this game, Don.
Yeah, they haven't been able to generate much offense. Bachman is very, has been shut down. Hasn't been able to create his own shot at all.
Well, what you just said, not only do they not have a point guard, there's not a lot of kids on that team that can create their own shot one-on-one and get good looks. Just don't see it. Good move there by Bachman.
Yeah, there he shows his athleticism, goes coast to coast. He's got 7.
I talked about when I played with 2 point guards on the floor, that was the big reasons. Teams really had to squeeze, and it messed them up defensively because we had guys who could penetrate and get their open look. And what we got is just open dishes off that.
And finished by Maury Brown. Maury Brown with 7. Blake Lewis in the ball game. Ronnie Harris, like he might have tweaked a little hammy or something. Jones sits. And Robbie Helmus. And there's Bryant underneath. Gets the finish. Correction, that's Barnett. D. Barnett, 68 from the free throw line.
You look at Barnett, sophomore, Malik Myers, sophomore, the Jones kid, the freshman, getting some big minutes. We got a good young nucleus to move up through this program.
Yeah, Vaughn, freshman, sophomore, Jeremy Aldridge. Abraham Driver, sophomore.
Driver, the big boy, right? It's a sophomore too?
Yes.
Good young nucleus.
Yes.
I would like to see one more pass right there, but I'll take that. Good alley-oop to Jones.
James Jones, 2 for 2 with 2 flushes.
Great look there by Barnett. Great look, good movement. Again, you're looking at sophomore, freshman making that finish. Really reading what the defense gave them there. Good job.
Pop net for 3.
Ashley's really got to get some life in them right now. I didn't see him come out in third quarter with any real life and energy in them.
Popnek trying to get off here. Good job hitting Helmus for the finish. Barnett pulls up, knocks it home. D. Barnett was 9.
All right, got a set call. Let's see what we got here.
Gerard Vaughn. And the ball's going to go to the Screaming Eagles. Marshall will return for the Wildcats with 3 fouls. And Evan Elliott, number 24 for the Screaming Eagles, along with number 12, Quincy Robinson. Pocknet on Vaughn to Robinson.
They got a matchup they like, right? Stanley's out of the game, not guard Pocknet. They got a matchup they like going to.
Quincy Robinson enters the ball game and gets quick 2. Marshall drives, left-hand finish. Marshall with 5.
Yuri Marshall, a sophomore as well.
Yeah, the only two there's only 2 seniors in those. That's Jaheim and Makai Stanley. And the rest of the team's underclassmen.
It's a big pickup getting Stanley back over here, though. It's nice to be led by a senior.
And Pocknet's fouled. Gerard Vaughn picks up the foul. 16 fouls on the Wildcats. Yeah, both Jaheim and Makai went back and forth a few times.
Yeah, both of them did, right? Both of them were here, went there, back. It's got to kind of hurt to be able to bench for Ashley and have your star player over there on the other side of the bench.
Yeah, but, you know, when I look at it, I think it's been great for both of them. Both of them really benefit from playing that power level football.
Both are football players. They're both are really good kids. I wish them both the best. Both seniors, known them both. I've known, obviously, Marshall a lot more. He's been to our summer camp since about a 4th grader. His brother played on this Hanover team years ago.
Yes.
Rydell Camage.
Yep.
Shout out to him. Pretty good shooter.
Rydell, he's over in Europe or somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah, he's, I want to say, I'm not sure where. He's overseas somewhere. We got a lot of players in this county now overseas. He's overseas. Tyree Gathright, who I coached, is overseas playing.
Oh, yeah. Gathright could fill it up.
Yeah, Tyree's, he's got a body to him now. He's a grown man. Shoots it pretty well, too.
Harris guarded by Yuri Marshall. Maury Brown drives baseline, leaves it for Khalil Jones.
Got it to 14 here.
Khalil Jones now with 16. Tell Waddell pinned by Pocknet.
Wow, that's bad defense. That's bad defense. Come on, guys.
Maury Brown with 9. Trying to cut it single digits to get a stop here.
Again, we talk about the positive of that youth. That's the negative. You know, they have the talent to put this game away and really let them kind of hang around and get back in it.
Oh, it does go Screaming Eagle ball. They only have 2.1 to go. They get a catch and a shoot. And no shot. Going up by 12 at the end of 3. Wildcats lead 59-47. We'll be back, all right, with the 4th quarter right after this quick sponsorship message. Tonight's broadcast is made possible with the support of Papa John's Pizza. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime. can rush by without realizing what we're missing. We lose some of the best moments, some that may never repeat,
Come on.
or detach from people around us. Our loved ones grow used to this pattern, but it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. It's never too late to live a full life again. Hear how many of us Vietnam veterans have managed our mental health and reconnected with our families. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
It only takes a moment to make a moment.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Fourth quarter action, crosstown rival basketball at its best. New Hanover County Schools Television. Don Osterbo joined by Webb Guthrie. Webb, beginning the fourth quarter, down by 12, had a chance right there at the end to cut it to 10 or go to single digits. How is Ashley going to continue to ride that little bit of momentum they had there as we're going into the third?
Well, I think you see Stanley back in the game here, checking in fourth quarter. You really can't let him get established. Really got to guard him well with Pocknett. I think when you're Ashley, you got to run good offense. I'd like to see it go through Pocknett or Jones. Jones having a really good game. Really want to see them touch the ball on the offensive end for shots going up. They got to get good looks. You know, Hanover came out to start the third quarter on an 8-0 run. You certainly can't have this starting the fourth quarter right here.
Right, and Hanover needs, those last couple of possessions were a little sloppy. They need to possess the basketball and protect it.
Sloppy. You have Stanley out of the game there and all youth in the game, and it got sloppy. Good steal.
Myers, Barnett, Stanley, Marshall, and Driver.
Settle down and just get a good possession, get a score, which gets them back in their rhythm here. Like to see it go through Stanley, get him a touch back in the game.
Step back. D. Barnett for three.
Good look.
Bucket.
Got a good look. Critical possession for Ashley right here. Down 15, need a good look. Like I said, I'd like to see it go through Pocknett or Jones.
Double digits with 12 for D. Barnett. Harris.
Got it where they want it. Got it to Jones. Again, not a bad look. Really all their offense right now needs to be going through Harris, Jones, and Pocknett.
Jones with 18.
Jones really stepped up because, you know, Stanley's guarding Pocknett all night and really, for the most part, kept him quiet.
Pocknett gets the rebound off the Myers miss. Helmus back to Pocknett.
Pocknett's had a few nice transition basket finishes, but other than the half court, Stanley's kept him pretty quiet.
And Coach Gallagher subs Jalen Conway in.
Again, half-court possession. Got to get a good look. Be patient. Need a good shot here.
Short.
That's not it.
D up to Marshall. Marshall with the kick. And Pocknett sends it to the stands.
Didn't need the dribble. Didn't need the dribble. Get your feet set and shoot it.
Myers will inbound. Marshall trying to break down Kalani Harris. And Jaheim Marshall on the scoreboard with 2 points. Pocknett, Helmus, short.
That's exactly what you want to hear.
Nice look, D. Barnett.
Come on, 3 on 1. 3 on 1. Coach Golis upset with that. He wanted to pass for a layup. They had it.
And Coach Angel wanted to charge.
Yeah, you see he was coming out. He wanted that. Coach Golich wanted that ball passed up, and he's exactly right. But good job by him. He's going to coach him up right here. Good learning moment for Jones.
He's shooting the free throws. He cannot sub for him yet.
It's a real simple lesson. You know, I always tell kids, how do you get that ball up quicker? Do you dribble it or pass it?
And he could have moved it very quickly for the finish by either one of the wing players.
Again, down 15. That was a layup basket they really needed.
He missed the front end of the 1-on-1. Driver, good catch.
Good job keeping the ball high there by Driver. Under control, under control.
Pocknet. Helmus in the corner. It's kind of cool when you see the 5'7" guy sky and pull a one-hand rebound.
Good bounce pass there by
Pocknet with his fourth block. Fouls Jaheim Marshall. Actually, they called that a clean block. Number 30, Justin Thomason, back in the ball game. And Makai Stanley's fouled. Foul was on Thomason. It's a 16 foul. Makai on the charity strike. In and out from Stanley. Makai makes it 17 points. Timeout, Wildcats. All right, Webb. They got that 16-point lead. You know, Coach Gullidge, of course, he's got to keep his kids, you know, going for the bat. But you got to step up the defensive intensity. Sometime.
Yeah, you got to. You look at the score right now with 5:33 left. You got to push tempo. Maybe hope to get a couple turnovers off of it, get something going, get a couple easy baskets with Pockneck, maybe a transition. You got to do that just to force the tempo. Hope to get a couple quick baskets and just get maybe Hanover out of sync, maybe making a few turnovers and get some easy baskets. If not, you know, this game is all played Hanover style. You know, Ashley, other than running that little flex offense, they've really just taken the shots that have been dictated by Hanover's defense.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you got to increase tempo, but you're playing against a team that wants you to increase tempo.
Correct. And again, hard when you didn't come in the game with that game plan. Now you're changing it up. I've always just been a fan of when you're playing teams like this, you got to go in with the confidence that we're going to play their style and play it better. You know, it just at this age, you almost send a bad signal to try to just slow them down. If playing slow is not your style, in other words, don't do it just for this game.
Right.
Because when you do that, you're telling your kids you're inferior.
Yeah, you've got to play your game.
And that's what a lot of teams do that play Hanover. They like to run all year, and they get against Hanover, and now we want to slow it down. Don't change what you do.
Yeah, and this Hanover team had 3 losses early in the season. I'm not sure if all of them were, but I know 1 or 2 of them were when Makai and Jaheim and I believe James Jones, a couple other kids who were playing football.
Yeah, with football, and you know, just when you're coming back from football, getting that week or 2 of practice in to get in basketball shape, to get into a rhythm again, you know, it's a transition for them.
Byers.
You know, you take Stanley off this team, they're a completely different team when he's at football, because then you just have youth on the floor all night and your leading scorer gone.
Yes. Yeah. Byers will shoot the second one. He's a 58% free throw shooter. 5:04, 15-point ball game. Byers connects on both. He has 7.
Again, it's hard to even just stay in that half-court defense playing off right now for Ashley. You got to force something, go do a trap, maybe force them into some action, get a turnover. You got to do something.
And Mr. Brown with the foul from behind. And that was Byers on the foul. 17 foul. 1-1 Abraham Driver, 55% from the free throw line. Driver in the double digits, excuse me, with 5. The readers didn't work for me that time, Webb.
I'm about there with you. I'm not far off, Don.
In and out. Hocknet, loose ball, but then an errant
turnover.
pass.
Bad pass.
D. Barnett hesitation and the finish. D. Barnett with 14.
You know, you talk about trying to create a spark, have some pressure, force a turnover. I almost need to see them come right out of the fourth quarter in some different look just to start that. You know, I think it was a 12-point game coming into this fourth quarter. It almost needed to start right then.
And you know, now we're back up to 17. Got to do a little change it up, do something different. Barnett short. Good hustle for the rebound. Kai left alone from top of the key.
Good shot.
Wraps it around, gets it to knock home. Makai Stanley with 20.
And that puts it to 20-point lead, Don.
Marshall 2-on-2. Hangs, finishes. Shaheen now with 4. And picks up his 4th. And coach just kind of puts his hands out, you know. You got to give it to the kid because he's trying to create something more again, and you know, off of that momentum from the last couple plays, and you know, really put this one home. But he's going to let him play through it too. You know, I failed to say this earlier, but I have to recognize Mr. B.J. Donnell, the assistant coach for New Hanover Wildcats. Him and my now former partner just had a child last Friday.
Hey, Don, I'm glad you said that.
Aria Paris.
Great young man, great
Santar
coach.
Waddell and B.J.
B.J. works with me at Snipes Academy. Shout out to Snipes. Happy for him being a good young father. He's going to be a good one.
And great mom. And yeah, I told her that we were talking. She said she we wouldn't be able to do it. I said, well, you know, there's only one thing I'm going to tell you. I know for straight up that when that kid comes out of the out, he's got baller written all over him. And the foul on Stanley. You're not going to wrestle too many balls away from Makai Stanley. Hocknet is money. Hocknet with 11 now. Points. Don't forget the Webb and Dime player of the game. Lightning bug quick. Makai Stanley with 23. Maybe Makai just answered it for us.
With 2 threes there, he's picking up some good garbage points right now with open shots. This game's pretty much over with, Don.
Quincy Robinson.
All in transition now.
And Malik Myers with the hoop and the harm.
Again, this most of this game's pretty much played all in their favor of up-tempo. You either better run with them and beat them at it that night or slow them down, one of the two.
Yeah, and you got Malik Myers averaging 8, he's got 13. Makai Stanley averaging 10, he's got 23. And that's the contribution. And then D. Barnett, who averages 8.7, has 14. Myers converts the traditional 3. Good ball movement by the Screaming Eagles. Can't get the 3-point shot to fall. Pocknet, rebound, put back. Pocknet, double digits. Look at Malik Myers work underneath.
83 points. Ashley doesn't be careful. They're going to give up 90 plus in this game. A lot of points for a high school basketball game, Don.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, especially with how fast we've gotten this game through, too. I mean, it is not a lot of stops and up and down, up and down. And number 40 into the ball game.
We played a pretty good Garner team up in Raleigh my first year in the playoffs, Don. I'll never forget. They had some grace on me. They stopped at 99. But they had a top 2 point guards in the state on the same team, and 4 guys all go in D1.
Yeah, Garner Magnet Schools definitely produces some good sports teams. And we wrestle to the ground, ball still in the air. Helmus comes up with it. Correction, that's not Helmus.
No, it's going to pass. It's going to pass.
Oh, with the Euro step.
Oh. I still want the pass, but I like the finish.
Taekwon Williams gets on the scoreboard.
85, minute 52 left.
And then the block on the defensive end.
This is where I'm going to say I'm a little bit old school. I'd like to see him hold the ball here and just kind of finish out this game. But that's just me. The crowd probably wants to see 95.
See, they want to see 90. Foul, and the Screaming Eagle sends number 12, Darion Williams.
The only problem with 95 is you run the risk of getting somebody hurt when you're almost up 30. And they're going to need them down the road.
Yes, they will. In this conference, you might need them twice.
They're going to need them down the road. I see a good game down the road, down on Shipyard Boulevard with those two teams, Hoggard and Hanover.
Yeah, we'll have that on February 13th at the final regular season ball game.
That'll be a good matchup. We talk about tempo and pace. That is a team that'll slow it down, and that's Hoggard's style. So.
Well, they'll actually we'll have that game. We'll have the game here at Hanover.
Is that the 28th? Okay, good.
And so they will play before then.
I'm looking forward to that matchup, Don. That should be a pretty good one. Both teams undefeated, top of the conference right now at 4-0.
Hoggard getting some good play from Sebastian Hedera. Big game the other night with 24. And another former Gators really playing well still over there, Brady Rankin.
Yeah, I was going to say, Don, I've checked a couple stat sheets. He's been shooting the ball really well for him, leading them quite a few games. Brady was another kid, I believe, that was in some of our summer camps. It's fun watching all these kids now because they were 5th, 6th, 7th graders all in our camps all throughout the summer. Good to see them all doing well in high school, being stars on their team.
Look at me. Good hustle by Tyquan Williams.
I believe that's the first I saw somebody dive on the floor tonight, Don. I was waiting on it.
28-point game. He's diving on the floor for the ball.
And nothing gets me more excited than seeing a young man dive on the floor.
Malachi Chapman in the ball game for the Screaming Eagles. Quincy Robinson for three. He's long, bordered by 40, who I unfortunately don't have on any of my rosters. And the block, basket's good.
Been a while since I've seen a local game get in 90 points. They got a shot to get it right here.
Darion Williams has already hit 2 free throws. And comes up short, under a minute to play. So it's without saying that we're going to give the Webb and Don player of the game to number 4.
Yeah, I think Mekhi Stanley. I think he shot the ball from the three-point line very well tonight. I think he's at 23. Is that right, Don?
Yes.
Also, I'll add defensively, he really, for the most part in the half court, shut down Ashley's best player, Garden Pocknet, all night as well.
Yeah, the only time that Pocknet really did get off was when Mekhi was out of the game.
That or just in a few transition baskets, but for the most part, Stanley's done really well defensively on him.
And DeMel Miguel.
Again, that's Mekhi's frame. You put a big body, it's hard to get by an athletic big body like that in high school.
And they're going to dribble the clock out. And the Wildcats get an 89-61 behind 23 points from Mekhi Stanley. And a big game by Malik Myers and D. Barnett. You know, I'm looking forward to that Hoggard-Hanover game coming up.
Yeah, that game's going to be a good game. You got teams both top of the conference at, I think, 5-0 right now. Both of them will be two contrasting styles. Hanover liking to run, Hoggard liking to slow it down. Really who can establish their will of play in that game.
And the next game up for us here on New Hanover County Schools Television is Tuesday, January 14th, where we travel down to Veterans Park and Eugene Ashley High School, where the Screaming Eagles will host the Laney Bucks in a ball game that makes it really interesting on the girls' side, because Laney comes in and faces their former teammate, Nia Rivers, at her new home in the Eagles' Nest.
Yeah, and I saw Laney got a big win versus the Hoggard girls recently, if I'm not mistaken.
They did.
Good confidence booster for them going into that.
And they look pretty strong, and some good basketball going on in the Mid-Eastern Conference and here in New Hanover County. Well, for Webb Guthrie, I'm Don Osterbo. We appreciate you watching, and we'll have more high school basketball here on New Hanover County Schools Television. Tonight's broadcast is made possible with the support of Papa John's Pizza. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Join us on Tuesday night, January 14th, 6 p.m. from Screaming Eagles, Ashley High School, and the Eagles Nest for Laney traveling to Ashley. Have a good night.